Palantir, yes, Palantir. What is happening out there? Is the stock worth buying? Is it a value play? Is it a value trap? Is it a growth story? What is it? Does Palantir need to expand to get themselves up the horizon? Well, you get it all here today at Barry Charles as I give you all the key metrics to give you that opportunity to understand the business fundamentals, the finances, and then start looking at the company itself and where it needs to grow to let it skyrocket back to the moon, because it has been a long time since it's been at that $40 mark and people are wondering, is it ever going to get there again? Well, it can, baby. Got to ride the hype, but there's a lot of dangers ahead. But Palantir stock analysis right here, right now at Barry Charles. Remember to like and subscribe if you liked the video. Let's get to it. Yes, Palantir. What's happening here with Palantir? Well, let's have a look at a few of the key metrics and have a look at it and discuss them all and see how it'll affect you as Palantir shareholder. First of all, we have the shares outstanding, which currently is about $2.27 billion. Which is a huge increase from 97 million in 2020. So 2.5x from then. Now, they are buying share buybacks. Now, they're buying some share buybacks, but are they buying enough share buybacks? That's probably the question. Are they buying enough? Once that is done, then you'll get more excited about it. If they do make a big dent into that and they get it close to back to where it was at 1 billion, if they can get themselves back to that sort of level, then that would be exciting because it's been increasing for years and years. So if they can turn that around, that is good, because at the moment they've diluted you for such a long time. I mean, they have talked about the share buybacks, but until it really comes through. But that's exciting news that they are doing share buybacks, but you're going to see it continue so they don't dilute you from. At the moment, you might have had one stock out of 5, but with the dilution they've had, they're nearly taking you up to 1 to 9 stock. Just to give you an example of how many stocks you've actually lost with all this dilution they've done over the last few years. So if they turn that around, exciting news for you. EPS, only 0.23. So the company is only just getting profitability. They need to really skyrocket that up to be exciting. Let's have a look at the PE ratio too. It's 66. Now, is this a super duper growth stock? At the moment, it's not. There's some work to do for Palantir. Starting to get a little bit solid. We were expecting something big and it didn't happen. Are they going to see big growth, or has it been all talk from Alex Karp? They haven't been able to seal the bottom line. That's been the question I've had for a while. He's talked a big game, but has he actually sold the product in the street, in the Wall Streets? Has he got that going? That is the question. You have to look at that. Revenue. Well, revenue has been steadily going up. 742 million in 2019 to 2 billion in 2023. So they've got a long way to go to get up to all the big tech companies, but they're heading in the right direction. Net income as well, minus 48 million in 2019 to 1.1 billion. Now this is exciting. Now, so the revenue versus the net income, there is only a 50% difference. So that's very good, even less than 50%. So 55%. So from the top line to the bottom line, they're getting decent money. Now, if they can continue to increase that, get themselves really flowing, it's very exciting. This is one good thing about the stock. Very outstanding. And to continue the outstanding, got the total assets of 3.9 billion compared to 945 million in liabilities. Wowza. Now we're starting to look at a 4x. Now that is where you get exciting. Very impressive. Now the free cash flow, that's not so good, but it is a small company. $375 million. It's where it is currently, but it's better than what it was as a minus in 2020. But you really need to see that ramp up if you want to see them be able to buy acquisitions into other companies if they really want to get themselves up the ladder. So this is an interesting play at the moment with Palantir. To me, they're a company that could get bought out. I've got a funny feeling this is the company that could get bought out. Whether Alex Karp is thinking that at all, that's a bit of a worry for some of you who are wanting it to go right to the moon. will a Snowflake come along? And this is other big conglomerates might jump on board Palantir. It's going to be an interesting space with this one with Palantir, because there's a chance that it could get sold. And what's impressive with free cash flow but no long-term debt. They've had no long-term debt for a while. That is outstanding. So they don't have to worry about paying back the bank a lot of money. So that is a positive, a very good positive, because not many companies have it. And there's one company I want to talk about, that has done the opposite. It's been outstanding with long-term debt, but has changed. So there's something to look at in another video. But getting back to Palantir, no long-term debt, so that's very, very impressive. How about the stock itself? So how about what is it doing? So we've got Foundry, we've got Apollo. So we've got all those key metrics and their data analysis, helping companies understand where the issues are in the company, where they can save money. That is where their big process has been at the moment with the Defence Force and the big top companies. But the small businesses, the middle-sized businesses, if they get themselves more and more involved with them, they can just have cash flow coming for days from everywhere. This is where the possibility for Palantir is an absolute brilliant $1 trillion company now. To get to $1 trillion, they need to execute the sales. And I've continued to see this on every single video I've done on Palantir virtually. They need to sell this product to the masses. And they need someone in that company that can do it. I haven't seen it as yet. They need to find someone who can know the tech as well as sell the company. If they do that, then this company could be the next $1 trillion company. Because of the cash flow rates this company can produce, already it's clear to see how much money they can make. So there is a lot of money that can be made with Palantir. Now let's have a look at the intrinsic value of this company. Yes, the intrinsic value. This is what you've all been waiting for. So the way I did this is $15 a share at the moment. Palantir can be all over the shop when you're talking about this video. But $15 a share with an earnings per share of 0.3 at a 10% growth. It's not looking good, folks. 8.9, virtually $9 a share is where it's ranked currently. If you get to 200%, then you're starting to look at break even. 200%, sorry, 20% growth, you're starting to look at break even. But when you get the earnings per share with 20% growth, then you're looking at that $100 mark. Now, that's where it is. Earnings per share, they need to really ramp that up. If they can ramp up that earnings per share and push that to the moon, then exciting days ahead. So that was $2 per share at the current metrics. The $2 per share, if they get themselves up to that, at 20% growth, they're at $100 probably. So this is where you got to see the future. If you can envision the future. If you can envision the future of Palantir being absolutely fantastic and do even better than this, then you buy the stock all day at $15 and then $100. It's got some work to do, and from there, can it get any further and push its way up to 200? That's where you got to see Palantir. Can it fly up to the moon? And it's all about execution, continuing to get profitability. As they continue to get profitability, you're obviously going to have the S&P 500 inclusion. You're going to have more Wall Street involved in the stock. And then the sky's the limit. This is a stock that is perfectly situated for a big boom when it gets to full profitability and people really start taking notice of this company. This is a stock, no financial advice, but you should absolutely have a look at this company as a long-term play. Definitely no guarantee it's going to be an absolute winner, ball out of the park, but all the metrics at the moment are saying this stock is going to be a brilliant stock to have in the next 10 years. Whether that happens in the next couple of years, but this stock is going to continue to grow and grow and grow. And it's going to be either brought out or it's going to be one of the big, I wouldn't say the super big tech companies, but it could be a really, really $500 billion getting up to that $1 trillion mark. That is the ideal for you Palantir shareholders. Whether it gets there, I'm not sure. This is really up to the business if they want to go to the next level. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Barry Charles. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. And all my Palantirians out there, have a great day out there and have an awesome awesome day.